And hello, everybody. We are live. Messed up the beginning there. Forgot to set the scene. Let me just check if we are actually live. Oh, my microphone is even on. There it is. It is on. Let's go. So, we are not pre-live anymore. It should be changing now. Come here. And now it's not going to show me. Oh. And there it is. Okay, perfect. We are live. Is the quality any good? Because I am on a new Wi-Fi. And unfortunately, it seems like it's a little worse. But it looks like I might have to change connection soon. Anyways, that's gonna be fun. Let's hope it improves, I guess. Maybe not, maybe yes. We'll see. Anyways, welcome again. Another Sunday, another live stream. And we're live from Greensboro, North Carolina this time, not Bloomington, Illinois. I have left that place, left that city 2 days ago. Flew on Friday, arrived Friday evening, obviously. And so now I'm here. It was a pretty short flight. I mean, I didn't really understand. We already got a comment, I think. Hey, what's up, Fabio? How you doing? Got 4 live viewers. Awesome. Love it. All right. Well, yeah. So, like I said, flew on Friday, and it was a really interesting flight. That it was from Bloomington to Chicago, which is like not even 20 minutes, like without just pure flight time, not taxiing, not nothing. 20 minutes was it's a very short flight, and there were so many like people that were just like flying to Chicago. At which point, I think it would just be cheaper and easier to get like a bus ticket. It might take a little longer, sure, but just getting a whole plane ticket for just to go to Chicago. Like for me, I don't, for example, have a car, so and I was also flying all the way to Greensboro. So yeah, but yeah, it was my first time in Chicago and at O'Hare. I'm not sure if that's the biggest airport there is, and I'm doing good. You said my name right with the accent. Yeah, thanks. I know I'm originally from Europe, so I know how to pronounce a lot of European names. So so thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I'm used to people mispronouncing my name. Usually they say like Carol or Carl, but it's Carell. So and I'll just turn on this overlay. I think it's gonna be better. Ta-da! All right, yeah. So it was a good. Another one. Good morning to everyone from Greensboro, NC. Yes, of course. Well, good morning. It's good afternoon now. So be good morning would be like, I don't know, 5 minutes ago. Yeah. So want to continue, but people just keep leaving comments. I'm not discouraging anybody, but keep leaving them. I'm just might be a little slow to respond sometimes. It's interesting on the stream actually. The chat overlay shows the profile pictures of the chat members, but here in Restream it doesn't show it. So, anyways, yeah, the connection is a little wonky. I can see the quality is not that good. Well, we'll survive, I guess. Maybe next week I'll do it directly from my hotspot. Jeez. Okay, so Chicago, it's a really big airport, but the Wi-Fi is also cellular. Yeah, I mean, I might. I'll do it next. Yeah, I know. I'll do it next week, but I don't want to do it now because it messed up last time from what you told me, the stream, when you switched to that and it just stopped recording or stopped streaming somewhere. I forgot exactly where, but anyways. So it's a big airport, huge one. I fortunately didn't have that much of a walk. I was just going like from across at one terminal. That's pretty much it. Got some McDonald's there. Obviously, looks more expensive, but yeah, pretty good. And then I flew from there to Greensboro directly, and then now I'm here. Now, welcome to Greensboro for the rest of summer, I guess, and then going back sometime at the end of August, back to Illinois, start junior year. So it's gonna be fun. Also, May the 4th be with you. That's kind of what I put in the banner there, that today is the May the 4th. So, any Star Wars fans. So, May the fourth be with you. And it's kind of interesting that it started on that it is on a Sunday, obviously, where my stream is. But yeah. Now, some personal developments of mine, personal developments, obviously. So I wanted to show this. I don't think I downloaded it yet. Gosh, oh well. Got 2 viewers on Global Productions. Perfect. Welcome, everybody. Let's see. Come here. Sent this yesterday somewhere. Come here. There it is. Okay. I'll download it and then I'll show it. Okay. Download, spam. And then this, open it up. I hope it shares because last time it messed up when I tried to share my screen. Maybe I'll just share this. I got new comments. Super. Thank you. Window. I think it should be this. I hope it shares. Come here. Please share. Of course it stopped. Please work with me. Maybe? Nope, still not. Okay, let's try and upload the file. Stupid. Anyways, should be working. Oh, let me turn on the overlay so it makes it bigger. Yeah, so those are my final results from the semester. So I'm really happy about that. I put the work in, and then finally, it paid off, fortunately. So so all A's pretty much, except for A- in business law. But oh well, it was my first course in law in college so far because I got into the advocacy minor last semester. And so this semester I took the first law class, and so I'm happy with that result. Happy with how I did. So there it is, and I'll actually stop sharing it. Is there some way I can just stop or remove? Yeah, there it is. Okay. Now back to the overlay. I mean, ta-da. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks a lot. And then this other comment. I've seen people saying Star Trek to annoy the nerds. With Yoda. Yeah, I mean, there's similar names on. Well, that's not similar names. It's everything happens in space. But yeah, it's Star Wars Day today, and also I heard somewhere in the UK they'll be giving out something for May the 4th, some Star Wars item. I forgot what it was exactly. But anyways, yeah. So other than that, the week was pretty eventful. I mean, last week was just finals, the first half of the week. Then Wednesday was the last. Thursday I moved out, basically packed everything in 3 hours pretty much. And then, so stayed over at a friend's house for the night. And then I went and I came here. So it was a very fast moving after my last final on Tuesday. So yeah, and so it's already Sunday. Time flies fast. And speaking of Tuesday, Star Trek rules. Of course. I mean, yeah. What's better? Star Trek or Star Wars? Huh? That's a good question right there. My opinion. I mean, Star Wars is definitely bigger and everything, but you could argue either way. I like Star Wars more though than Star Trek. Anyways, so speaking of Tuesday, I had a good talk with Leslie Wooten on his not a podcast. Actually, I was about to say podcast, not a podcast, of course. That's his own brand. Let's see. Turn off the overlay and then share it. Ta-da! And then here it is. So that's his profile. And then let's see. I should just go to events, right? It's gonna load, please. There it is. Perfect. That's me right there. So so go check it out on his profile. It's still there, obviously. Just like all of my live streams. If you haven't checked out any of my live streams, go to my events page, and then you'll see all of mine. It's a lot of content, a lot of talk and everything. So let me know what you think about it. And then so we were talking about AI and everything. He made some bits out of it. I reposted it a couple days ago, and so it was a great talk actually. I mean, I think this was in my opinion, it was the best talk I gave, like publicly like this, except for uh, except for all my streams, obviously. But he did give me some good questions, and I answered them. So I enjoyed being on that. So we'll see where it goes from now. If we ever reconnect and make another episode or something like that. But I'd definitely be down. I mean, it was a good talk, and we gave a lot of advice out, and it was, as ChatGPT would say, it was very jam packed, and it also has 148 views. So yeah, so it was very successful, in my opinion, at least. Yeah, so that's that, and then let's see, what else should I share? Oh, I wanted to share a post that I saw, but let's see if we have any comments first. Okay. Star Wars can't even shake a stick at Star Trek. Really now? Why is that, huh? It's interesting. Yeah, I see that now. I noticed. So thanks. I just heard a new message, but that was just nothing. Okay. Cool. Maybe a little bit. Okay. I don't know, I don't like the feed. Sometimes it's a little laggy, it looks like. Anyways, I'll make a post about another thing. Today it was about my dad's encounter with Gemini and what it did, what what it said and everything. It was a little, I don't know, what would you call it, like wonky, because all AI or GPTs, the chats have like, what you don't see. It has a lot of instructions, like before it answers. It always has like a whole sheet of instructions. It doesn't show you it, but then it goes, and it answers and stuff. But so it started answering him, made like 2-3 paragraphs. In the middle of the third paragraph, it was like it stopped, and then it said like, "Oh, what was it?" I'll actually show it. You know what? I'll show it. You'll get an exclusive preview, because I'm a visual learner, and it's easier to just show it because it's words. So explaining words, I mean, I'll just show them to you if I can. Here is Signal. Let's see. Open the link. Come on, there it is. Open it up. Let's see if it is the correct one. Should be. Oh, here it is. Okay. So it kind of broke, I guess you could call it. Here it is. All right. So that's yeah. Write me a link to Sunday's Deep Thought post. Obviously, he uses AI. We're all authentic here. Sunday's Deep Thought, yes. And so it did 1, the 2, and then however the danger lies in the mass balance, blah blah. Then the this, which I don't know what it is, can be a hollow thought, and then it just stopped, and then it started. The user wants a LinkedIn post for Sundays about the power of vanity numbers, blah blah. My plan is to, and then it just outlines the plan of what it's going to do and what it's going to say. I have sufficient information from the previous searches to cover these points. I don't need more search results. I will now proceed to draft with the LinkedIn post. And then it starts, after these 2 tags, it starts again. So it's it's interesting. So I'll make a post about that. Yeah, because it was reading off basically the instructions, and it goes point by point. It's like, do you have sufficient information? Yes, no. Then it, in the flow chart says yes. Okay, so it continues, and then it starts writing. So it's if any of those would say no, then it would just break up. But that's what you don't see. It kind of showed its thought process here. So yeah, so it's quite interesting. Yeah, and then what else we got here? More comments. Oh gosh, why James T. Kirk and Picard? Is that really reasons? I mean, I could just say Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. What are you gonna have against that? And Yoda, obviously, huh? Then what? So that's like I said, it can go either way. I know, like, both of these have. Just looking. Sorry, nothing. Okay. What do I want to say? Yeah. So both have their strengths. Obviously, both have their stars and everything. But yeah, it can go either way. I don't know how popular. Well, hang on. but Star Wars is, I think, like the highest grossing TV series ever, right? Or series, TV movie series, obviously, ever. I believe. I mean, is Star Wars the highest grossing movie series ever? Is it true? No, it's not. It's actually, what is it? Oh, of course, Marvel is number one, and then Star Wars is actually, oh, it's number two. Okay, it's that's a second thing. So yeah, it's. I mean, I think in popular culture and box office wise, I think Star Wars clears Star Trek, but obviously Star Trek has more. I don't know. It has more um, cultural icons. You call it that. So Luke Skywalker is a okay. Darth Vader is a negative character, so you're left only with Yoda. Okay, cool. Interesting. What else do I want to say? So you have to bring politics into it. I didn't want to bring politics into it, of course. I mean, I'm just looking at them plot wise and character wise. If who's better? I mean, like just it can go either way. I think I'll just leave it at that because I don't want to incite any more of this talk. So yeah. So we were also figuring out how to we might do like a live stream or some sort of an event with Fabio here, and I don't know when exactly. He said his schedule is kind of busy, so maybe in a couple of weeks, maybe next month, who knows? But yeah, definitely. So we'll get to talking about something, possibly AI or just something else. Maybe something improv. I like improv personally because, for example, this right here, what you're watching right now, is improv. I'll take Kirk and Picard any day, all day. Okay, well, I should just turn this. Boop. There it is. And so yeah, so I don't have any personal favorite. Like when it comes to, for example, movies beefing with other movies about who's better and stuff, who has a better, like for example, when it was the Marvel versus what's that other big thing called, the second comic thingy, completely forgot. Avengers and who's the other one? They got Batman, Wolverine, Wonder Woman. I'm so stupid. Hang on. Marvel and what other? What's it called? DC. Yeah, DC Entertainment. That's the one. So yeah, so when it was those two against each other, I didn't have any personal favorites. I mean, I like Marvel a little more, but also DC had some cool movies. So I'll never. Same with like sports clubs. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't think I'd ever fight or kill somebody, God forbid, over a disagreement in sports. Like it's not that serious, and they don't care about you, right? They're making millions off of you, and if you kill somebody like for your team, quote unquote, like you're not going to get anything. Yeah, DC, I know. Yeah, it's good to hear right there. We'll get something lined up for sure. We'll talk some more once you get time, obviously. And then yeah, so we got 19 minutes in, and what else should I talk about? Obviously, leave any comments of what you would like me to look at or anything, or look at. Yeah, sure. Or just any AI opinions or any opinions on anything, basically, except for politics. I don't like to get into that. LinkedIn was full of them recently again, due to May 1st and everything, which is as we know, it's a workers' holiday. I think it originated again in communism. Same with International Women's Day, which was way back in March. But see, I don't like to get into that because you get into the history of it, and then it's like, oh no, but it started. Whatever, I don't care. I'm here to discuss AI. I'm here to sell, and I'm here to make money for the next semester. And yeah, exactly. Ta-da! You just said, as I was talking about it. There it is. Yeah. So that's So that's what I'm here for. I'm not here for any pointless topics, discussions that only have a negative potential downturn, right? Because there's no upturn for them. Like arguing about who is a better writer or artist on Silver Surfer. See, I don't know that movie Crimson Tide. Although I think I've heard about that, right? 1995. I've never seen it though. I've heard about it. It actually sounds like a really cool plot. I know they don't have it on any streaming services. I would think about watching that. But anyways, oh, here's another one. It's a long one. What do you think about AI in terms of like many professionals need to level up since they don't have technology literacy and be hybrid workers? We talked about, I think that's the topic we talked about with Leslie. And we talked about like, you need to know AI in terms of like, for example, you need to know the basics. Like it hallucinates, it's not perfect, and it keeps you on your feet that way. And also, workers who know AI will not be displaced that easily because they're already going to be on their level. It's just the thing that, I mean, in my opinion, workers should never be displaced by AI completely, because at that point, like AI workers, like AI is not here, or at least this version of AI, which is GPTs and stuff, it's not supposed to replace humans at all. It's supposed to be an assistant tool. It's not supposed to be any like just a complete replacement. So they definitely, I mean, those who don't know AI definitely need to start learning about it, know about it and everything, know how to use it. But then don't overdo it. Like, sure, learn it and everything, but don't just completely let yourself be replaced by it, because then at that point, if you let yourself completely be replaced by it and have no original input, then you're very easily going to be replaced by AI, because it's going to sound just like it. So except they don't pay AI any salary, and so it's going to be way cheaper. YouTube achievements. Well, I mean, I have now. Okay, so I just address that. YouTube achievements, sure. So I had this, started doing these videos that have AI audio, and it's basically, so my dad does them for me. It's what are they called? Like this platform Gamma does AI presentations about random stuff, anything you wanted. Oh my gosh, wow. So look at the statistics again. I didn't realize it had this many, and average view duration is 2 minutes. It's kind of cool. Okay, so that's a cool achievement. Saw it in the morning and it didn't have that much, but I uploaded it when 2 days ago, basically. No, wait, 23 hours. So no. Yesterday afternoon I uploaded it. Let me share it. I just got surprised, kind of. Yeah, I just watched that. The Atlas film described a great future for AI, basically. Yeah. But it did show some of the downturns, obviously, which I respect the movie for. Obviously, it didn't just AI. It also showed like, like if you completely connect with it and stuff like that, they can just shut you off, hack into you and stuff. So yeah, those showed well. There's another one. My issue with AI skills debate is everyone keeps repeating AI skills instead of itemizing what people should learn for employable skills. So I don't know a lot of employment terminology. So there's another one. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of people know my take on it usually. I mean, it's AI is a helper, right? It's not meant to be here. Obviously, I just said that. It's not meant to be here to displace humanity, especially in my, for example, desired field of work, which is being a lawyer, for example, right? If you have AI lawyers and stuff, and an AI judge and an AI jury, then what is the like at that point it can just hallucinate and everything, right? Like, what do you mean? it can be a defendant, and there could be, like, for example, one mistake of fact, and it's going to send the defendant to death, and they're going to kill him. Like, oh, AI was wrong. Well, yeah, it's too late then. The guy's dead. So don't ever give everything to AI. So we also talked about that we're delegating everything to AI. We're too lazy. We're just our laziness is bringing our own downfall, and that's sad. Humans and AI need to work together in symbiosis. Yes, not just one or the other. Hopefully, I mean, the more you have these two together, the better it'll be. You can't just the best of both worlds, basically. You can't just have one or the other. I mean, we have been humans, obviously until now, but now it's way better to just use AI, but not let it take over completely just because we are lazy. Next one. There's so many. I get it from an entrepreneur perspective, since it reduces cost to launch if you know how to use the tools, as long as the tools fit what your brand business is doing. Yeah, obviously. I mean, I know some businesses is bad because, for example, it they use it as let's say those calls or whatever, right? I forget what they like, the support calls, the support chats, and if the AI doesn't know what it's doing, it can completely just misrepresent your brand and hallucinate stuff, and you don't want that. So AI just needs to be checked every step of the way. Obviously, you can't just let it roam free. Like I said, you can't just be, just like they did recently with the Venado supercomputer in Los Alamos. Like how they're implementing an AI model to basically be not in control of. I think it's just they're going to implement it with nuclear weapons, which I don't know. I don't want the word AI be anywhere near, nuclear weapons. Like at least 20 words away every time. I hate that. Okay. So don't. Yeah, I hate the fact that they're implementing it like this. But otherwise, yeah, it's helpful to launch a business, but then some business owners obviously rely way too much on it, and that's a bad thing, obviously. Less dystopian. We do not need to go full Johnny and Gibson. Playable skills. Okay, that's a lot of comments. It's five live viewers. Yes, I'll actually like it. I'm supposed to be ending in 3 minutes, but I'm not going to be ending. When the conversation's good, I always let it run, however long it goes, right? I mean, till people show up and till people still have their own thoughts. And yeah, so I'll still keep rolling it. Employable skills are an everlasting issue. Colleges have been failing for this in this for decades now. Yeah, I mean, AI has taken over in a lot of these aspects, right? For colleges and stuff, because it knows a lot. It knows basically everything, and then it can tell you anything. And ever since the invention of Google, pretty much like the need to have everything memorized is pointless. Going to college is only good nowadays for like really high tech stuff. For example, rocket science, obviously. Lawyers need to still go to college, and then the most obvious one is doctors and surgeons and stuff like that. So for most of the others, not so much. Even like construction and stuff is starting to get taken over by AI. I mean, I wouldn't like to have an AI foreman, for example, but there are definitely going to be like robots that are going to be construction workers, but the measurements and everything should still be done by architects and stuff, obviously, because everything there needs to be precise, pinpoint. My issue is a lot of people talk and do not understand details below the high level view. True. I mean, I don't like to call myself an expert or anything. I've been using AI for like 2.5 years now, because it came out in 2022 in November. ChatGPT did, and that's when I started using it slowly. And then so I've been learning it slowly, but I know a lot of stuff about it. I made like about 500 videos. I mean, well, no, 400 plus. I always say 400 plus shorts I made about it. So, but it's still not like expert per se, because I don't like that word, guru, expert. I don't like to label myself that, but I did make a lot of videos about it. So, okay, that's a lot of comments. I like it. Anyways, entrepreneur mindset is helpful too. Yes, obviously. Definitely employable should be a main focus for teens. Yes. Chatbots are generally terrible. They're an excuse to reduce headcount instead of improve processes fail. Yeah, I mean, obviously, every time the number one reason for anything is always money. Anything, war, in history, especially, it's be that war or some other conflicts, and all behind every war is always money. It's never like maybe honor, but it's always money, because honor always comes after money, right? Because the more money you got, the more property you got. It's always just money, 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 and then honor, and then from that goes everything. Yes, chatbots are fail in many aspects, but they do save time with public content creation. Yeah, sure. I mean, it definitely does reduce the quality. I mean, with those videos that I've been doing, for example, with the AI narrated and just AI presentations, it's very sometimes can be generic. I mean, at the same time, there are still pretty good presentations, but it does reduce a lot of time to just put them out there. Next one. Carl, students should also be mindful about what they are learning and what it can be used for. Schools oversell so shame on them. Yeah, schools will definitely oversell. I mean, if you look at the college tuition bills nowadays, it's wild. Especially at my college, they I forgot how much is it, like $60,000 a year. That's what they charge, and it's not even like it is a prestigious school. It's a good school, but it's not like Harvard or something like that. What do they call them, like elite schools? Ivy League is no longer elite. That has been dismantled now. And then what? Every country should have people learning AI ASAP. Yes, that's very true. Yes, again, once again, probably. I mean, the countries that won't learn AI now are missing out. And once it gets really like hot and everything, like, because as we know, AI expands exponentially and learns exponentially. So the earlier you start, the more you will grow, basically. And then there's another one. Yes, you need to add more shorts. Yeah, I definitely should. Not wrong about that, and I'm actually kind of working on them along with everything else, because I do have a lot of clips from like live streams and even from like Leslie's podcast. I might repost and that type of stuff. So I'll do that. Another one. Alan Sean, college graduates entering the workforce have always been like newborns. Got to take them by the hand and teach them how to walk. Yeah, that too, obviously. I mean, yeah, just agreed. They just agreed on as I was about to start talking. And there it is. Kind of agree. If you lose a company, do not have to have call centers. For what chatbots cannot do, this sets up the bots to fail. Yeah. So, and sometimes like, college students, some of them can definitely be like lazy and stuff. So that's why they don't get hired. And if they do, then it's like, employers have a lot of complaints about them, and it's like, oh, they're not used to work, and which can sometimes be true. But then at the same time, when you don't teach them, because nobody likes to share any details, especially like, for example, when I had that Amway, the multi-level marketing company Amway, they like, some people from there reached out like, oh yeah, let's talk and stuff, and then they had me like going. We had like 2-3 one-on-one meetings. I still didn't know what they were about. So that's, I don't like that. I don't like this sort of, because I'm a very straightforward person, and it definitely is annoying when people are walking around like dancing around. We're gonna lead you here. We're gonna lead you everywhere to like grow your interest. But actually, for me, for a lot of people, this probably like grows their interest, sure, because it's like, oh yeah, they're invested into it, and then they hit them with the bomb. Actually, it's Amway. I wanted to know it straightforward. I mean, because it's not going to grow my interest if you're going to keep dancing around a problem or an opportunity. I'll just be like, no, I don't even want to work for it, even if it gives me like $60K a year, because if you're not going to be straightforward with me, I don't know what to expect, and the work will probably be really, really, really nondescript and stuff like that. And I hate when it's, I just give it to me straight. I hate it when it's like, oh, then you'll be here, and then some numbers, and then maybe some statistics here and there, and then Amway. Okay, cool, thank you. You could just said Amway, I would know, and I could just search you up. Everybody knows Amway. And then the schools contribute to the confusion to why students are not making 100K out of school. They claim employers contribute to curriculum design. Employers tell me this is not really true. Yeah, sometimes or teach one thing and test you on something else. Yeah, that too. It happens a lot. I mean, I'm not preparing to go to the workforce, maybe as eventually a lawyer, but I'm going to learn a lot of those specifics in law school. And lawyers are not, it is employment, but it's not, it's like, it's very like semi-autonomous employment. They're partners. They're never like, there's never like one head and an employee and stuff, right? So that's why I kind of like that work, that line of work. Yeah, and then with the schools, I mean, it's always like this in high school. Like, I know the vast majority of my friends go to college, even if it's like a cheap ass one, right? And that can, if you're going there for like some BS major, like I know I'm a history major, right? So, oh, I don't have a right to talk. Well, I kind of do, because I'm going to take that history major and I'm going to go to law school with it, because a history major is a really good major to go to law school with. So I'll do that, for example, right? But many that go to history as a history major, sure, if you like it, you're going to go to be like a museum curator or something like that. But then you can't be mad or complain that, oh, history major, I'm getting paid this and stuff, and I thought it was going to be, well, okay, you got what you paid for, I guess, and then you're going to be struggling with student loans. So that's why I'm trying to go to law school with it, not just end it right there, because what am I going to be with a history major? I mean, I could be, for example, like a middle school teacher, right? Teachers are severely underpaid. We already know that. And then anything with a museum is typically a public job, because a lot of museums are public. So maybe at like a state level institution or a federal institution, you would be paid a lot. But anything else, and those are not the majority of jobs, obviously, in history degrees. So yeah, unless you're really passionate about something like history, because I'm not going to talk about other majors because I'm not familiar with them. I'm not going to talk into them. But yeah, if you're passionate about it, good for you. But don't complain that you're not getting paid a lot or whatever. And yeah, but you hear this all the time in school. Go to college, go here, go there. Just looking at the stream, I might be lagging. Please don't. Okay, we're good. We're back again. Yeah, it's always go to college. I mean, I don't, I obviously did want to go to college because I wanted to be a lawyer, but so you need to go to college for that. But for many, the most other majors, you don't need to go to college, because many employers, like nowadays, it's more, it was always like, you got to study a lot, and then experience was like here, and it's kind of, measuring out. I'm not sure if experience, well, I guess it depends on the employer. If, they take experience as more valuable than education. I think it should be that way, though, because if you just have an education, if you know it in theory, but don't actually do the job, then the employer needs to step in and kind of provide that experience, right? So that's when employers will say, oh, well, stuff like that. But there it is. Okay, I'll show. Pushing off the blame elsewhere is a strategy colleges use to hide their inability. Yeah, that's a pretty fair statement, I would say, because nobody wants to have the blame. Obviously, they're just gonna use a scapegoat or anything. So yeah, I think students need to be realistic. 100K students to go to Ivy League to major in English literature of the 19th century is not going to be as, yeah, precisely. Yeah, and even a business degree is now kind of depreciating, I guess you could say, because there's so many, like, I mean, at my college, for example, be that STEM stuff, like, for example, computer science, that's also kind of depreciating because there's so many computer science majors and stuff, and I know so many of them because it's huge at my college, especially. Not sure how it is at other universities, but a lot of that is crazy. Not a lot of business majors are typically like athletes and stuff, and they don't usually focus on their work that much, right? I'm not trying to be like against any business majors or athletes and stuff, but might be my own personal experience. I saw one who was a business major. He was in a history class with me, I remember, and during class he would not just do any work, and he would just be watching like clips on YouTube, and then he just drop the class. So that might be like just an example, or my it's not. Yeah, I know it's not like data. It's what do you call it? My personal experience. There's a word for that, obviously. Empirical evidence, right? Uh, Empirical is statistics, right? And then you have the others, the type of story, anecdotal. There you go. So that's an anecdote of mine. But yeah, the price to performance ratio is something the colleges like to conveniently leave out of the discussion. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they show like, oh yeah, 50% of our graduates have been hired after earned this much after some time in the workforce, right? But that's like it's averages. It's never exact numbers and stuff, and you can do anything with statistics. Statistics. I mean, when I took AP Stats, you can manipulate any statistic, and basically, you get data, and then you could have two people that see a completely different thing in the same data set, right? So that's how data works. It can be manipulated to mean literally anything. MBAs are diluted too, yeah, and a lot of companies that I saw, like when I was searching for a job in LinkedIn jobs, they are. They always want like a master's degree and stuff. And I actually talked with one guy. He's from like Mississippi, and he said, that he went to college. He got a bachelor's in like geography, I think, or something like that. But all the companies that were in that field wanted an MBA, and so it was like, why did I even go there? And he couldn't afford anything else, so he had to completely pivot. So he spent 4 years studying something, spending money on it, getting loans and stuff, and then had to pivot into something completely else because they wanted an MBA after him, but he couldn't get back into college or whatever. So yeah, that's a lot of people say college is a scam. It doesn't have to be. You just need to know what to study and where to go with it. You need to have a pretty good plan outlined. No point of having a $500,000 degree and going to a career start. Yeah, exactly. Because then, unless you have like a rich mommy and daddy, then sure, yeah, like definitely, like you can afford to start there and everything. But if you don't, if you're self-supporting like me, for example, well then I can't afford to get so many college, thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, even in college debt, and then go into the workforce for basically minimum corporate wage. Yeah, no. So, yeah, so that's that. And I mean, 43 minutes, just like that, boom, gone. So it was cool. Now we got 3. It was 5 before. It was 3. It's 3 now. So I don't know if I should end. I did want to show one more thing. Obviously, I didn't get to do that because now I've just been reading out these comments. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes it can get a little too much. Now I see why the people with the thousands of views on streams and everything don't read out every comment. Obviously, I do like to, because I do like to get into everything. Anyway, so yeah, so this is the case of the silent GPT, or silent AI, which is what happened. What happened was there was a Croatian, a GPT that spoke Croatian, but then when all the Croatians actually kind of disliked the answers, they put a dislike on it. They like ChatGPT also has that dislike button. Well, the GPT, after enough of them, it just stopped talking Croatian completely. There was no, it wasn't like they turned it off, like the developers turned it off or anything. The GPT just said, no, I'm not going to talk anymore. It was going to just be like bad reviews. And yeah, that's what it's kind of aiming for. So no more Croatian for that one. And yeah, so I was surprised how it kind of panned out in the algorithm. It does only have like a 0.5 click-through ratio, which is bad, obviously. But at the same time, then I saw the reach was this. So it was like, wow, they're still offering it, when another video that I had on a show had this content. And then this one, I think. No, wait, this one. Yeah, 26 views only compared to that one. It has 26 views, 0.7, but it has more impressions. And well, actually, that dropped. It was like, it used to be like 1.5% or 2%. But in any case, so yeah, so this still performed better, but that one has more views and stuff. But that's interesting. It does have a dislike. Oh no, I don't know. I wonder who gave it a dislike. Maybe I noticed that a lot of whenever I had like not a thing, um, a video or a short that I made criticizing ChatGPT, it would always get like a huge amount of dislikes, like say 30 likes and 10 dislikes, for example, right? And then I would look at it the next day and like there would only be like 2 dislikes. So maybe they have like these bots targeting any negative content about ChatGPT. Who knows? But it is interesting. There's 5 viewers live. Come on, guys, let's get the conversation going. I'm actually open to I'm actually open, a little open to still talk. If anybody has any thoughts on what we're talking about, be that anything, I mean, YouTube, AI, anything like that, then feel free to share them in the chat there. I mean, this is what social media is for. It's supposed to be social. It's not supposed to be silent. So please share any thoughts you might have in the chat there. Ta-da. Okay, yeah, and then what else did I want to say? Oh yeah, obviously, like since we have so many people here, if you would kindly consider that button right there it is, donating. If you like my work, if you like what I do, if you want to support my journey, then please donate if you're interested. And yeah, so be anything, you can donate $2,000 if you would like to. Be the best thing. Oh, new comment. What AI model do you like the most and why? So I had this kind of interesting thing. I started off in ChatGPT because it was the only one. Then kind of when they started talking about Gemini and everything, or at the time it was Bard, Google Bard, I was like, that's interesting. I'll try that out. But in my opinion, my dad does use it, but I don't like it that much personally. The responses can sometimes be like a little oversimplified and everything. I don't like it. But ChatGPT. So from ChatGPT, I tried out a little of Bard, then now Gemini, and then from Bard I went to Claude. Claude AI is called, and that's a good one. And they it started off very kind of obscure, but it grew a lot, and I did like it. 6 viewers now. That's I think the max actually. So thank you everybody who joined. That's the most of the live viewers I've got. 6 viewers on LinkedIn, and then actually still 2 on YouTube. So it's beautiful. So you keep showing up, consistency. That's what happens. So perfect. Thanks a lot. And so yeah, so Claude, and it was good. Like for a time, really good actually. I mean, I used it for the longest time, I think, and I enjoyed it. It had a lot of, because it had a different data set than all the other language models. It had a data set of poetry and other literature, so it worked well with really well with language. So whenever I needed to write something, it wrote really like poetically, you could call it. But yeah, so it was good. And then when ChatGPT came out with the 4.0 model or whatever it is, I started using that again, because now that has, I think, in my opinion, yeah. So ChatGPT 4.0 is the best model out there currently, in my opinion. Although like Claude does still claim that their model is better in some cases, they still do have the largest context window, which is like you can basically, I think it's like 1,000 regular pages it can go for. The context window it can really, like, the chat can go for a very long time and it still remembers everything. But ChatGPT like blew them out of the water, in my opinion, with like the memory. And also now ChatGPT released that the memory across chats feature. So now, for example, if you start a new chat, it's going to basically remember what you wrote and what it wrote, obviously, and all new chats. I'm not sure if it's like a specific cutoff, like the day that they started doing it, like all the other chats after that, or even before. Depends. I haven't tried that out yet. Might try that out soon. But yeah, so it's basically the what do you want to call it? Yeah, so in my opinion, like I said, ChatGPT 4.0 right now is the best model out there. I actually do pay for a Plus subscription because I use it a lot. I use it for pretty much everything. I'm not gonna lie, but I still do obviously sometimes edit my LinkedIn content. Otherwise, I just post it verbatim, and it sometimes doesn't even sound like it. But because I'm the most authentic 19, well, the second. Watch out, I'm not the most authentic 19-year-old on LinkedIn. I'm the second most authentic 19-year-old on LinkedIn. So you can't get that mixed up. I'm not sure who the number one is. I don't want to, whoever it is, I don't want to offend them. I don't think there is one, but hey, just in case. But yeah, so because I just noticed, it took me 1 hour to make, for example, like my handwritten posts and stuff, and make a picture and everything for it. And then I just started doing, it got a decent amount of engagement, but then I started doing, these just pure ChatGPT posts. And the first one that I did, I was like, I compared it. It had 1 hour it took to make that handwritten post, and then it took me like 5 minutes literally to just make a very generic one, put it in there, and then 5 minutes literally, posted it, and it equalized and even got more reactions than the 1 hour one. So I was like, and I saw everybody was just lying out of their asses about not using AI and stuff. Oh, no, you don't use AI and everything. Yeah, sure, right. And then I see like a very edited image and people that are 60 and have a profile picture where they look like they're 20 and it's perfectly polished. And it's like, get the hell out of here with these cheats, lying, So I stopped believing in that, and I just started, being authentic, just like them, right? Everybody's authentic on LinkedIn. So you didn't do Pepsi-a-thon on Friday or beer-a-thon with me this week, so you're missing it. I'm getting a bit hungry. Oh, okay, well, yeah, so we might do a Pepsi-a-thon on Friday. Gamma is cool. Yeah, that's the one that makes presentations. I think, yeah, Gamma AI, it does AI presentations and even some more stuff, I think, but it does really nice presentations. If you want to see those in action, just look at my YouTube channel. That's where everything is. I believe 7 was the record peak live on LinkedIn. I'll actually check that out, but still 6 is a really good one. And then, what's my favorite video game? Oh, right now, I mean, I don't have that much time to play any, but and now I wanted to check it out, but of course it crashed on me. So, I did do like driving games and everything. That's what I kind of do like, and then like historical first-person shooters, and then some strategy games and stuff. Those are typically what I play. Anyways, still 5 live viewers. Wow. I mean, probably the most live viewers I've sustained over almost an hour of content. But yeah, I'm gonna have to probably cut it off here. But it was really fun. I mean, I really enjoyed it. At least be proud of yourselves for enjoying the longest my weekly reflection. This is actually not my weekly reflections. This is weekly wrap up. But yeah, so be glad that you enjoyed the longest one so far. Might even go longer maybe next time. We'll see. Minecraft used to be no longer. I haven't played that in such a long time. But yeah, Minecraft I used to play a lot of when I was like 10, 11, stuff like that. So yeah, but anyway, so yeah, so thank you a lot for watching. I'll be back now on the Eastern time zone, obviously, next week at 12 p.m. So yeah, like I said, Eastern. It would be 11 always. I have to start an hour earlier on the Central, but yeah, 12 p.m. Eastern. In any case, I haven't seen the movie yet, but I'm gonna probably make a time for it. I mean, I heard it's interesting, and especially with the memes and people trashing all the theaters. But anyway, so yeah, have a great day, everybody. I'll see you next Sunday, and yeah, 12 p.m. Eastern, and have a blessed day. Bye bye.